Hey, it's me, Jula, and I really wanted to talk about opening, what I feel and what I think about one interesting or maybe not really point. And this point is like the thoughts that give you other people. Ta-dam! You know, you can go anywhere, you can do anything freely. To exactly that point, before you are a slave of others' opinion. Boom. Two. It's written that we are paid by Jesus, by his blood. His sacrifice on a cross, it was enough, more than enough, to live freely to the end of our days, to the end of my days, to the end of your days. And the thing is, you have only two opportunities, only two choices, only two ways. Be a slave of people, trying to please everybody, trying to be a good girl, good boy, like a dog, just making some comments, go there, do this, and it's not a problem, while only one person can tell you something. But I have met in my life situation when I was living in a family. Now I'm living alone with my baby inside of me. But the thing is, I was living with three people, and these three people, they were having another opinions, and they were wanted for me to do totally different, separate things. Oh, and this couldn't just exist together. I couldn't do everything they were telling me, and my mind was ready to blow up, just ready to boom, because it was too much. I didn't know how to handle. I didn't know how to please all of them at the same time. And also at this time, I was really dependent on some religions like Buddhism and New Age, and I was really obsessed with man-woman psychology. And there were some point, it wasn't Christian, and there were some point, but maybe some of the books, but the point where that man gives direction and woman goes after him. And I was like, okay, so like I was thinking, I thought men, not one, many men are created to tell me what to do. And I was like, okay, I just will do everything that any man will tell me what to do. But it couldn't exist together also. It was just impossible. It was so hard. It was hard just to give time to making all of this, to realizing it was impossible. And it makes sense when you submit to your husband that in the Lord, and only when God gives him direction you can listen and be submitted to. But only at the point when Jesus is under him. Oh, here was one bug. I needed to figure out the situation, and I've done it! Woohoo! Finally! It was the whole morning just fighting with this bug. Yeah, God through him has helped me to clean all my house. Totally. So yes, it makes sense only in this condition, you know, when your husband tells like we need to go and rob her and just ruin the shop, open the window at night and just steal everything that is there. It doesn't work like this. It doesn't work, guys. It's not submitting the husband. It's not. It is just stupid, silly. It doesn't reflect the wisdom of God that has given to your person. And now I live not really in this stage in my life. I know that all people tell that usually people share testimony when it's ended with a good ending as a rule, or at least when it's ended and you can't take some great experience from that, even when it's negative, and to tell you shouldn't do like this, but now I'm different. No, I'm right now in the middle of my situation, and I don't know, should I tell about it or no, but I live in emptiness. Emptiness because a person that in papers my husband, he has left me when he has known that I am pregnant from him. And I haven't expected this reaction at all. I was imagining, some words of encouragement, happiness, and go on. But no. He just played me that he didn't know. He doesn't know it's from him or it's not. I'm sorry. And yes, he just disappeared. And it's very painful to explain everybody what has happened. And now I just can't. And it's easier to answer, are you okay? Just to say yes. Because to say it all the time, because every day when somebody asked me about the situation or just remembering me, reminding it, returning my mind to the situation, the last of my day was totally ruined, and I could pretend that everything is alright when I was outside, when people could see me, but when was I alone with myself at my home, it was horrible situation. And now I have many nightmares. I think I didn't have something like this at all, like never. And they are all in this topic, like him and his mother, the things they were talking about me, and all the stuff. It's very painful. And I do read my Bible and I do pray, and I watch Christian content only when I can choose, but I still have these nightmares, and it's so exhausting, and it's so crazy. And being honest, I didn't have hope for a while. For the start, I was like, oh, he will return. After, I was like, he will not return, and it's okay. I need to be okay with this. I need just to accept this. And it's strange, yes. I am so amazing, beautiful person, successful, having many resources, many talents. Yes, I have mess in my life and my head sometimes. And hormones, it's real. But I can say we were really quarreling through last period. But at days he has started to know, he has started to suggest that I'm pregnant. He started to avoid me. He started to block. He started to just do not communicate, being closed. He was very disrespectful to me and my family, and for me it was shock. I don't know how I have trapped in this situation. And it's hard to go through this, but I have received hope. Joyce Meyer, the preacher I listen right now the most, she has story with abuse that were close to me, and she was married twice, and first her husband was abusing her a lot, and yes, and she has written many books, like more than 100, and very successful. I would like to do something like this. It would be really a big blessing for me, such a big. And her first marriage was a fail. And when I was deciding, this person, he maybe think he will find someone better, he will change everything, that every next person for him is better and better. My thoughts, it's stupid to change a person. It's so stupid. For me, it's like work on relationship. It's normal, and changing yourself, myself, it's normal. And when I was getting married, my thoughts were like, it makes sense to be in one relationship through the whole life. It really makes sense to have one marriage, one person. And when this person right now rejecting me, I'm shocked. I understand that through this person can be some devil moments. And I understand that my calling can be released more after the situation. I don't know the end of the situation. My vision is absent today. No vision at all. I used to have, and I still have options in my head how it will be. And it's also painful. It was painful and still painful, and tears and communications and talks. But when a person you were communicated for years and you have trusted only you to this person, you haven't communicated with nobody, you haven't even handled a hand of another person, and you haven't handled even the hand of this person before you started to be engaged, and this person tells you, first you need to do a test. Am I father of this person or not? I just have no words. And some things that supporting me right now in the season. First one, the baby is from Holy Spirit. The next one, I still have hope to be very, 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 very successful, even after this. Because, first one, Joan Rowling has written Harry Potter when she was a lone mother with a little child. Second one, Joyce Meyer has a very successful now presence, something I'm dreaming about, not exactly like this, but and her first marriage was failed. Third one, the first person in which I have found a support, it was Kanye West. I don't want to be a lot of into details of the story. Just some parts this has helped to me. I have heard his quote. God has gifted me this quote. This quote was like, he was keeping asking God, why have you put me through this? Why have you allowed other people think that I'm crazy? And God has told it was to cover you. It was protection. It was a protection. It was a protection. And I didn't know, maybe this person, husband, maybe he can just reach to my level right now. It's my suggestion in my mind. Maybe his role in my life was finished. I don't know. Maybe God has given me through him everything he could, and now it's time for something next. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what will be. I keep asking people to pray about situation all the time. It doesn't change us. It doesn't work. It doesn't change. Nothing. And for me, it's a very big shock to be so unsupportive at this stage when I needed help. Like, I'm just shocked, and I'm seeing all these sweet couples in internet that are so happy with having a child. And yesterday I have seen a film when a couple had lost their child, and a husband was really, really sad about this point, and etc, etc, etc. But my husband don't even interested in anything. He just disappeared, and it's so harmful. It was like I have told him so many. I have told him how to be the most supportive person in this part, and he has done exactly the opposite of it. And it's so painful. We have had some deals before marriage, what will be in, and we were discussing it, and I'm just shocked. My cold mind didn't work. It failed. It just failed. I don't keep asking God about the situation right now. I have just lost my hope at all. I have lost faith in this point that something will be, And he were keeping telling about, we need to divorce. guy, it's not possible in my situation. When a girl is pregnant, when a woman is pregnant, it's impossible to be divorced. And it's impossible to be divorced after a year, after receiving a baby or after miscarriage. It's impossible. Where I live, it's impossible. And for me, the most painful moments that it's absence of something concrete. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't have some concrete. For me, I think. For me, it's always easier to accept just something concrete, but I don't know which exactly option I need to accept. Because for me, unknown is just so it's something I don't like the most. For me, it's so much easier to accept the biggest pain when I know exactly what had happened. And I don't like it. I don't like living in unknown.